Nitrate is a contaminant of concern in some Nebraska public water supplies. Nitrate also is a concern in many private drinking water wells. The United States Environmental Protection Agency's Safe Drinking Water Act establishes maximum contaminant levels for public drinking water supplies. This is the highest concentration of a contaminant allowed in public water. The maximum contaminant level for nitrate is 10 parts per million, which can also be expressed as 10 milligrams per liter. The nitrate concentration in over 400 public water supply wells in Nebraska is high enough to require accelerated monitoring, and concentrations continue to rise in many wells. This would suggest that nitrate concentrations in many Nebraska private drinking water wells also could be elevated. Nitrate in groundwater might come from any of several sources. It can come from nitrogen fertilizer applied to turf in lawns, golf courses, and parks. It can come from nitrogen fertilizer applied to crops to increase productivity. It might come from animal waste, such as manure in feedlots. Another source is the human waste treated and released into the environment through a septic system. Nitrate is highly soluble, and it readily moves with water through the soil profile. If there is excessive rainfall or over-irrigation, nitrate in the soil may eventually reach groundwater. Proper site selection for a private well can reduce potential nitrate contamination of drinking water. Factors that help provide protection include a sufficient well depth, an adequate distance from possible contamination sources, and a location uphill or upslope from possible contamination sources. Proper well construction and maintenance also reduce the risk of contamination. Infants under 1 year of age are at greatest risk from consuming drinking water with an elevated nitrate concentration. They can develop methemoglobinemia or blue baby syndrome, a condition in which blood cannot carry enough oxygen to individual body cells. The general population has a low risk of developing methemoglobinemia, even when consuming relatively high levels of nitrate in drinking water. Research is limited regarding the possibility of chronic health effects due to long-term consumption of drinking water with nitrate at various concentrations. The connections between the level of nitrate in drinking water, the amount ingested, the length of exposure, and long-term risks are not fully understood. Nitrate in water is colorless, odorless, and tasteless, which makes it undetectable without laboratory testing. Water quality in Nebraska's private drinking water wells is not currently regulated by federal or state statutes, so testing is not required. However, the University of Nebraska-Lincoln Extension recommends that private wells be tested annually for nitrate. To have water tested, a private well owner selects a laboratory, obtains a drinking water nitrate test kit, and then follows the sampling instructions, and they must be followed carefully for accurate results. If nitrate concentrations are above 10 parts per million, those using that water can voluntarily try to reduce the concentration in the water, taking into account health risks, costs, and benefits. It may be possible to obtain an alternate water supply by drilling a new well in a different location, or a deeper well to reach a different aquifer. Another alternate source of water is bottled water that can be purchased in stores or direct from bottling companies. Another option is to treat drinking water for nitrate. The two methods most commonly used in Nebraska to treat private drinking water supplies are reverse osmosis and distillation. Standard water softeners and carbon filters do not remove nitrate. While distillation does remove nitrate, merely boiling water does not. In fact, boiling water for an extended time results in evaporation and a decrease in water volume. The nitrate does not evaporate with the water, resulting in an increased nitrate concentration in the remaining volume of water. In summary, nitrate could be present in some private drinking water supplies. The well owner is responsible for managing a private drinking water supply. The only way to determine the nitrate concentration in a private well is with a water test. The Environmental Protection Agency has set the maximum contaminant level for nitrate at 10 parts per million for public water supplies. If private drinking water exceeds an acceptable nitrate concentration, choices include using an alternate water supply or treating the water. For more information, see the University of Nebraska-Lincoln Extension MEB Guide, Drinking Water, Nitrate Nitrogen. This has been Sharon Skipton, UNL Extension Water Quality Educator.